Good afternoon to everybody. You know, it's TonyVibes TV. T for Tony and V for Vibes. As I always say, every day is a good vibes. And today I'm here with my bro, CITYBAZE.
Gang.
Bro, what's up?
Same old, I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Everywhere good. Today I'm gonna speak English, you know.
Of course.
I'm with CITYBAZE, so you're gonna hear some broke English. It's normal.
No, maybe not.
From me.
No. For sure, I will reply in English proper.
So how's life?
Life is good. Life is good. We're pushing forward. We're pushing every day. No limit.
Tell us something about yourself, CITYBAZE.
Like what?
Like where you from, where you born, your real name.
My real name is Samuel.
Okay.
Actually born in Nigeria though. But I came to Europe when I was teenager. My mom brought me when I was very young. And I used to live in Sweden as well, Stockholm. Okay. And I'll be coming from Sweden to Italy and back and forth. For the moment, I'm right here in Italy for the music and for business as well. You know, so.
But you have such a nice name, Samuel. Yeah. Why did you choose CITYBAZE?
Growing up, everyone around me was calling me City Boy. Mm-hmm. You know, so I was always based in the city and stuff. So I grew up having this name, CITYBAZE, City Boy. So I thought about it. I didn't want it to be City Boy because a lot of people called City Boy, City, different type of names already. So I decided to choose the name CITYBAZE, and because I will always be based, I've always be based in the city. So I decided to give myself the name CITYBAZE.
CITYBAZE.
Yeah.
So how many cities have you been going to?
I've been to a lot of cities, like a lot of cities. I've been traveling around a lot. I've been traveling around a lot. For the past 4 or 5 years now, I've been in Italy based because of music and business as well. You know, so.
I can see you like business. You're always talking about business.
Yeah, I mean, you do the music and you do business.
Okay.
Because as an independent artist, you did business to back up. And right here in Europe, it's not that easy to move forward as a solo artist. You know, I really do advise a lot of independent artists to try yourself, get yourself something to do, and if you're not signed to like a strong record label, that has to pay for everything, that has to finance the budget, in shooting music video, recording studio time sessions, they have to pay for everything. And I think my best advice is you shouldn't focus on only music alone, because if you're not signed yet, I don't think you can survive with only music alone. I think you have some side hustle to put you through at the same time, while you're doing your music career.
Okay, so it's not that easy to come out with only music.
Of course not. I mean, even people who made it already, I think they're all still doing side hustle, one business or the other, because with music alone, back in Nigeria, okay, you can do only music before you get signed. I mean, you can do only music and or side hustle, but when you get signed, okay, you have the full, they give you the full contract and you get paid regularly. So I don't think, even though you get paid regularly, some people still open some kind of business, and just to do some backup, because you never know tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Plan B is always for sure to have a plan B. So yeah, that's it.
So you need different kind of incomes from other parts.
Yeah, you need different strategies to live, to survive.
You need more money.
You need more money, and you need different strategies to survive. Doing music alone, and even right here in Italy. Talking about Africa, okay, but Italy is even more worse. As an independent artist right here in Italy, I think you need more than 2-3 side hustles, to support your music career, and if you're doing Afrobeat music, it's a whole different vibe.
Okay.
And because Afrobeat in Italy is not well known yet, so we're trying hard to push forward, to bring out the sound to the Italian people, to doing the culture still in the city, in the town. I see a lot of people doing a lot of movement right now, of course. In few years, maybe we might arrive there in a few years, like other neighbor countries. Other neighbor countries, they're all doing good right now, when it comes to Afrobeat.
Yeah.
But Italy is still way behind, Yeah.
You need to do more, work more hard to get there in Italy.
Yeah, I think Italy is pretty much funny the way the music is going right now in Italy. I think it's really funny. For the past years, I think everyone have been trying hard to come up with this, structure of Afrobeat movement in Italy, but it has not been really easy though. Like every other countries, think about every other country you could probably think about, even the neighbor country, Austria, Switzerland, the Afrobeat movement right there, it's big, in one way or the other. But I think in the whole world, I think Italy is like way behind, But now, lately, we started coming up with different Afrobeat events that have never been there before, years back. Okay. So it's already a good sign already that we right here, Now I'm hearing people making Afrobeat events here, Afrobeat event there, some little Afrobeat party. Of course, I'm talking about this area like Milan, Trieste, Veneto, to Lombardia. I don't want to talk about Rome because Rome have been ahead of course, like years,
It's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe from, I don't know if you know, from Henry, Afrobeat Romer. That's been like, he has been doing this shit for like 10 years. So, you can never, compete with somebody who have been on this stuff for like 10, 15 years,
Yeah, that's true.
For you to be on this shit for 10, 15 years, it means that you lose money, you gain money, but you never stop moving, and now everybody can cope with that, I did some event as well, lately, not so long ago, with my friend Giorgio and through Essence as well, it wasn't that easy, I'm gonna do more events, but it's not something you want to do all the time because that is lost and that is win as well, but that's what it is, but for somebody like Henry who have been doing this for years, it's a big respect for him, he's been doing this shit for years and pushing the Afrobeat music down, to the whole city. It's not easy, but of course, no disrespect to the people from Milan, a Pasuka or a Bonnie who has been doing this event like, once in a while, monthly, pushing their own way, That's also, of course, it's different, pushing event, doing an event to gain money is also different than if doing an event for the culture.
Okay, so two different things.
Two different things. If you're doing stuff for the culture, if you're doing stuff as a business, it's two different things. Doing it for the culture is when you lose, you don't stop. You keep on pushing. That's when you're doing it for the culture. Whereas when you do it for the culture, but when you do it for business, it's a whole different vibe. So you think about how much you're putting in, how much is coming in back to you. I don't know. If you do business, you lose this week. Yeah. And next week you don't want to continue with the same business, right? You want to switch up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's it.
So, as you say, there are some people who are doing this business only to gain money, but not for culture.
Yeah, of course, some people do it to gain money and not for the culture. But for me, as long as the sound is going out there, that's what we want. As long as there is somebody who's organizing this Afrobeat thing that is ready to put out the sound out there, for me, I'm happy. Because we have been trying for years to put out this sound, but we're still trying hard, it's just the beginning, Here we have, I'm happy to see the whole, Afrobeat thing going on right now.
Okay.
I think it was a revolution, like I was, I know I wanted to say something before. There was a revolution that happened. I think March 28th, when Havoc City did did their festival, Emmanuel, after Havoc City and Essero Nero, when they make their event. But what I think about that, I think that was a revolution of Afrobeat in Italy. Not, let's say, around from Milan, to Veneto. I don't want to talk about Rome because Rome have always been doing their thing, in their own way. So basically, I think in this area, Havoc City did make a big import, even though they are being criticized in so different, in so many ways, you know, about how the event went, about what happened in the event. But for me, you know, making an event, it's never 100% perfect.
Okay.
You know, it's like that. There are always going to be flops in one way or the other. You can't have a perfect event. You know, in one way or the other, there might be some flops that people don't see. There might be some flops that other people see. So with Havoc City, you know, I would say it's a big respect for Emmanuel.
Yeah.
You know, he made this festival that nobody have ever did. I mean, nobody have ever done this shit right here in Italy. Nobody have ever done. I mean, nobody ever did. Nobody ever. You know, I mean, I don't know if you know what it takes to bring out all these artists together to make one. It's a risk of money, time, you know, invested. Like, I mean, it's a whole lot of thing that people don't even understand how that shit works. You know, he's just being criticized, you know, for the fact that David came late to the stage. You know, it was a whole lot of thing going on that day. You know, because I was right there on the stage, of course. You know, a lot of people, like more than 3,000 people, being paranoid, you know, throwing bottles on the stage and all that. You know, but I mean, it was crazy. But I would say that's how the revolution of Afrobeat started.
Okay.
From
that day.
That day, because after that day, and people started making Afrobeat in vain. You know, bringing artists here, bringing artists there, you know. So, but I would say that was the day like the Afrobeat revolution started in Italy. Okay. And people don't see that. I know a lot of people gonna disagree with it, but here I am, CITYBAZE. I always get criticized, but fuck it. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say fuck it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say fuck it, but you know that I mean that is where it is. You know, it's just like that. You know, the fact that people don't want to accept the truth. And that is the truth. The truth is that Afrobeat was really being pushed out by Havoc City and Essere Nero.
Okay.
You know, because of course Essere Nero is doing their thing now in a different city. You know, I know Essere Nero also get known through that event. Because a lot of people didn't know who was Essere Nero. You know, they don't know who was Essere Nero. You know, but I think when they came out with those publicity of the different artists, people get curious, like, who are these people? You know, so that's when they got the attention, you know, of individuals, you know, that they got this use page of followers now. You know, I would also say, you know, thanks to Havoc City, Essere Nero existed.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people. I know the owner of Essere Nero, people are gonna like, no, that's not true. That's not true. But for me, you know, like, you know, just like I'm you know, I'm just me. You know, I say things. You know, I say things the way they is, like the way it is. I always say things the way it is. You know, I know people like, no, CITYBAZE, no, but because I just don't, because nobody pay me, nobody pay my shit. I pay my shit for myself. Okay, so I say things the way it is. If you like it, okay. If you don't like it, okay. You know, I just said, you know, I say the fact, you know, and that's why, you know, I get criticized everywhere, but it's okay to get criticized when you're saying this shit, when you're saying like, this is the truth right here, and you all know it, but you don't want to say it.
So it's always like that.
It's always, yo, they know me, they know, you know. So when things go like this, you know, you have to tell the people the truth, you know. Okay, even though people know the truth, they don't want to accept it, but that's how it is, you know. I know. There's been a lot of controversies about, you know, what happened that day. You know, people pushed themselves out. People wasn't actually involved in the event, and I see people one-on-one who say, no, I didn't know nothing. You know, but it's okay when shit happens. People back off.
People start running.
They run away.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that how people put themselves into this project, but when shit happens, they all pull back. You know, I don't know much details about the whole event, but with what I saw, because I was right there with David and the crew and everything for the whole day until the night, you know. So, you know, I would say the revolution of Afrobeat in Italy started that very day. Havoc City made that event with Essere Nero.
You saying this thing, it means you're getting ready to be criticized again, eh?
I'm always no. That's me. That's CITYBAZE. Come on, man. That's me. I'm ready for that. I mean, it's always like that. You know what I mean? It's always like that. When I made Rema, when I brought Rema to Italy, when I brought Rema with my friend Jojo and Essence through Essence, and of course with Henry from Rome. You know, when I brought Rema, I mean, people still have something to say.
Okay.
That no, we're standing in the queue for hours and all that, but. You know, I think in Italy we need to learn something. Mm-hmm. We need to learn how to appreciate people, because before there was nothing like this movement of Afrobeat artists. You know, some artists is coming to Italy, some artists is coming here today, tomorrow. There was nothing like this before.
Are you sure with this one you are saying? Are you sure?
Of course, I mean
some people.
Listen. Let me example. My Nigerian people, they make a lot of artists.
Okay.
But they do it within Nigerians.
Yeah, that's true.
My Nigerian people, they make artists like, like big artists in Italy, but you don't even know they're in Italy. Mm-hmm. If you're not in the midst of Nigerians, you will never know. Example, Mayoko is going to be here this month. You never knew that if I never told you.
Yeah, that's true.
Mayoko is going to be in Italy on the 31st of April. But if I never told you, you will know that. But this is different movement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But talking about general movement of where people have to know, okay, this artist that sang this song is coming to Italy. Burna Boy came to Rome. Yeah. You heard about it, right?
Yeah.
Who brought him? It was Henry, Afrobeat Roma. Were you there? No.
No.
But you heard about it, right?
Yeah, I heard about it.
This is a general movement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you talk about general movement, that has to do with people who live in the country, not just like a set of group of people.
Something that involves everybody.
Something that involves everybody.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Nero is doing something that involves everybody. And some other essence, we have another one here in Brescia, Wave as well. Who's doing who's pushing his own event as well.
Okay.
Every second Friday he's making his own event as well. But all these small Afrobeat platforms and events right here and there, I would say I appreciate what they're doing.
Okay.
It's small, still the sound is still coming out there to the people.
Okay.
What do we want to do? We want to bring out the sound. Mm-hmm. This is what we need to do. We need to bring the sound to the Italian people. Like reggaeton is everywhere. Italian men and women, girls, boys, teenagers, they will go into a Latino club to listen to reggaeton. But why they can come to Afrobeat club and listen to Afrobeat? That's a real shit, bro.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult for Africans to break through in Italy,
I don't think it's difficult. I just think we need the right strategy.
Okay.
The right strategy is all starting to take care of our own shit, start to push out our own stuff, inviting people this is our own stuff, of course the new generation they are changing right now. With the new generation, I know Afrobeat is going to be big in Italy sooner or later.
We hope so. So before we continue with the Afrobeat, tell us something about your music career. When did you start doing music?
Okay, I've been writing songs, I've been playing instruments,
Okay.
I've been doing all these things for quite a long time. I started playing drums when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
I still play drums in church. I still go to church every Sunday.
So you go to church?
Every Sunday, I go to church every Sunday.
You sure?
Yeah, I know.
Does it look like someone who goes
I go to church. I go to church.
Are you sure?
I go to church every Sunday. I mean, for the past 1 month now, I stopped for a while, for a month. Last Sunday I went back to church. Last Sunday I went back to church. Last Sunday. Okay. Yeah, I go to church every Sunday though. Yeah, I grew up. I actually grew up in church. I grew up playing instruments, keyboard, drums. So at the same time, I started learning how to write songs.
Okay.
And I've been writing songs for a couple of people before. But later, as I said, I decided okay, I met my partner and she said, okay, why don't you decide why don't you bring out something, release something,
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, and I wrote a song, and I had a perfect hook on the song.
Okay.
But I took out the hook and I put a nasty hook on the song to get an attention. And even with the name, I think that was Kulo 2022,
Kulo.
2020. I released Kulo 2020. You know, so I had I wrote a perfect hook on the song, but I took out the hook and I put a Kulo in it.
So wait, to get attention of the people, you need
Exactly.
to say nasty things in your.
It's not that you need to say nasty things.
You need to be
It was
nasty.
the first single.
Okay.
So, and of course, people know me already before then, but I needed something to create awareness at the beginning. So what did I do? You know, I took out, you know, the perfect hook I wrote on the song. I took it out and I put Kulo on it. You know, more of a Kulo. You know, so it was crazy that, you know, when it came out with the song, people write me like, "Oh, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And of course, the video was also insane. You know, with a little. I think I had about 25 to 30 girls, you know, all naked on the video and shit. You know, I know I had about 25 to 30 girls on the video, and they were all like naked, you know, almost naked. You know, and I think it was Jojo Chetty, like the Belus Figo video maker, who shot the video, you know. So I mean, around Garden Lake, it was crazy. And then when I dropped the video, you know, I started getting like, you know, some attention and all that. But for a while now, I stopped for a while, and I'm gonna be back again, you know.
Okay.
Hopefully very soon. And I'm dropping the single soon, and I also have like some featuring with big artists from Africa, big Afrobeat artists as well. But now I'm back, like 100% for sure.
Back.
You know, I'm back for real. I'm back for real now. I'm back for real. I stopped for a while to take a break to see how everything is going, you know, to see how I can come back, you know, in a stronger way than before. So I'm gonna be back very soon. I'm dropping the new single. Maybe I think on this 7th. It might be on the 7th of April. I think on the 7th of April I'm gonna drop a new single.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also saw you get a song with Papi Kojo.
Yeah. I had a song with Papi Kojo and Mata. It was good. It was good, and Papi is crazy. Of course, Papi is crazy, but he's a real nigga though. Papi is crazy. Yeah, that nigga smoke too much. I don't know if I can say that, but Papi is crazy though. He's a very nice guy. I mean, he's nice at the same time. He's right, you know, all the time we're recording the song, the nigga was smoking all the time. All the time we're in the studio, nigga was like always like, nigga was smoking all the time. He was in the studio, but he was cool though.
Every time you wanna smoke.
No, Papi, I mean, to calm Papi down, you have to give him, you know, to calm Papi down, you have to, you know, give him that smoke, you know, while he's recording his shit, you know, to give him more inspiration, you know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So you have to give him that smoke, and, you know, to give him more vibe, to give him more inspiration, to make him vibe well on the track. So yeah, I think we recorded this song about 3-4 times. I think 3 times. We went to the studio together. We went to the studio together like 3 times, you know. And we got everything done, and we shot the video as well, you know. And it was a nice collaboration, and it was like at the beginning it was a little bit stressful at the beginning, but later on it becomes, you know, better, you know. Of course, you know, when you make a collaboration with artists at the beginning, you know, you have to negotiate about how it should go. He disagree, I disagree. You know, at the end of the day, we come back to agree on one thing. You know, that was it. And it was nice making song with him.
Did you learn some Ghanaian language tree?
Yeah, no, I think some stuff he said these things he said on my track. Yeah, I remember some words, you know, on the song, on his part on my track. I did remember some words on his part on my track, though. Yeah.
Let's hear something.
No, if I'm playing this song, yeah. Yeah, if I'm playing this song, I'll probably sing along, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I'm playing this song, I'll probably sing along, though. Yeah.
But I always hearing people talking about you, CITYBAZE, that you're proud of yourself, you feel big.
That's right. Yeah, you know, we are Africans, and let me also say this as well. You know, if you choose peace for other people, it's war. Because with Africans, if I say hello and you say hello and I walk by, it's proud.
Okay.
Friendship is not by force. There's some people I choose to say hello to, and there is some people I choose not to say hello. Okay, so, and with Africans, if you say hello or you don't say hello, they always have a reason to be mad. Of course, someone like me, okay, someone like me that people already mad already for some reason that I don't know about, and but I don't just maybe because I don't give a fuck about what people think. To be very honest, I just don't give a fuck about what people think. You know, I give you my opinion about how I see things, and you have your own opinion about how you see things. You know, and if we talk about Brazier, let's come around Brazier and stuff. You know, people think I'm very proud. That I hear this every day. I mean, I pass by, people say, but still, they think I'm proud. But I don't think so. I just think I'm just, you know, I think I'm normal. You know, I don't agree on what other people agree on. I don't agree on it. That doesn't make me proud.
Okay.
Your point of view can be my point of view. You go that's your point of view, and this is my point of view. I can't agree on what you agree on, and what you agree on, and I can't agree on the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, so you have your own point of view of seeing things, and I have my own point of view of seeing things. So it's not much that we both have to see the same thing, you know, in the same way. And I know with Africans, with this, it's a suicide, like suicide bomb from Iraq, something like that, you know. So with Africans, I mean, if you choose, you know, if you choose your own way, basically you're proud, and it's normal. You know, and I'm cool with that. I'm not worried about that. You know, from day one, I'm never worried about, you know, African things that, you know, like CITYBAZE is proud, CITYBAZE is this, CITYBAZE. You know, I think from day one I've always heard CITYBAZE, if he did this, CITYBAZE did, hai fatto questa, hai fatto quella, hai fatto questa. Ma normale, it's okay. It's okay. I'm cool with it. And like, you know, I would never. It doesn't change me. It doesn't change nothing. It doesn't put a penny in my account, and it doesn't take out a penny from my account.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so yeah.
Hanno fatto parlare anche in italiano, hai visto?
Of course, come on.
But sometimes, don't you feel bad when you hear these things about you being proud and stuff? Don't you feel bad? Or don't you think that maybe it might be true?
Do you feel bad being yourself?
No.
Do you feel bad being real?
No.
Why should I feel bad?
So you was real.
I'm real, you know. I'm real with myself, and I put myself out there. You know, my people who knows me.
Okay.
You know, but you don't force people to know you. You know, if you know me, you know me, and I can't force you to know me, and I can't. You know, you don't force yourself on people. People who are interested to know you, they will come close if they see who you are. You're real cool. I mean, you're who you say you are. And they stick around, but you gotta know who you are. Mm-hmm. If you know who you are and you know what you're saying, you're real about what you're saying, people are gonna come around. If you have only 5 people in your side, and these 5 people, they are real with you and they know who you are, you don't need other fake hundreds.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so people thinking I'm proud and this and that, and okay, I mean, it's normal. I mean, because we are humans. Humans are never contented for nothing. I mean, like I think the other day I was watching a comedy that said, I was watching a comedy guy who said, you can never. Let me put it just an example. That say you can never satisfy a woman as a man, and I was waiting to hear what he was gonna say. He said, as a man, you can never satisfy a woman. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, so I was like looking at the videos to see the end. He said, because he said a woman, mm-hmm. God created a woman and gave her everything.
Okay.
But what did the woman do? God gave her everything completed. They added eyelashes. God gave them the hair, they added hair. So give them boobs, they added. So think about that. If God can make human beings happy, who the fuck am I?
Yeah, that's true.
so I mean, it's okay to being criticized, to being judged. You know, I mean, you can never be perfect. I mean, you're always gonna be judged. You know, even it's 100% not everyone's gonna like you. That's for sure. Have you seen like a perfect person that everybody likes? No. like whiskey, like whiskey. Not everybody like whiskey.
Yeah, that's true.
David, not everybody like David. Like it's normal. I mean, it's normal. It's normal. Like
you're gonna get haters.
Of course, from one place or the other. It's normal. Not everyone's gonna like you. That's for sure. The most important thing is that you're real with yourself. That's all you need. Positive energy only. Positive vibe.
Positive vibe. Yeah.
Only.
Are you gonna sing one song for us?
No, man, no.
Once we are here, we need to hear one song from you.
I mean, not right now.
When?
I'm dropping a single. Go listen to my single.
But you can give us one of your old songs.
Yeah, I'm in the mood right now, bro. I'm in the mood for the interview shit. I'm not in the mood for freestyle or to sing right now. Yeah, I will. I will send you a vocal message later. I will send you a vocal message with me doing freestyle and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, so you've been an event organizer, no? How is it to organize an event in Italy?
I don't want to call myself event organizer.
Okay.
It's okay you say. I mean, I appreciate that you say event organizer. I don't want to call myself event organizer or a promoter. I don't want people to switch I don't want to switch my vibe from an artist to an event organizer. I don't want to switch my vibe from an artist to a promoter. Okay. I get links, I get contacts of artists and all that. Okay. I put in other people to work, I invest money,
okay,
and people can call it a promoter, bro, it's okay, but I want to be seen as a promoter, or event organizer either, to organize events, it takes a lot, time, negotiation with clubs, people, staffs, people get you angry, push you to the limit,
Okay.
So to organize events is not something easy. It's something like it's not really something easy to organize events. It's not something easy. It's something really difficult, but it's not something you can't do. Of course, if you're investing money, you should work hard, to get back the money you're investing. Organizing event takes staffs, clubs, promotion, flyers, communication with people. You need to get the right team, that can work with you and collaborate with you at the same time. And you don't want to have a team who are stressful, that's going to stress you out. Of course, you're only going to need some good girls on your team as well that are able to push people around, to get tables and all that. And yeah, to organize events, it can be stressful, but still, it's not something you can do. You can have a try if you want to. If you invite me, I will come. You can have a try. It's not something you can do. Of course, it's not something you can do. It takes time, energy, and money. It takes money, time. I think of course, with money, it's okay. It's not just about. Okay, put your money in and you go to bed. No, when you put in your money, you have to follow up with work. You have to follow up with communication with people, to see how everything is going, how the tickets are going. It's a whole lot of work behind it, and it's very painful to see at the end of the day people are not still happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it doesn't matter how much hard you try, people don't see what's behind.
Okay.
Because every event that come through, really the artist is right there, the life was right there. I mean, the artist came perform, that wasn't like, you made an event, the artist didn't show up, so you made an event, the artist showed up, he performed, so it means there was a lot of work, that was executed behind. Yeah. And people come over, they don't see these things, the people see that someone stand maybe like 20 minutes on the queue, If you go to London, people stand in the queue for 4 hours, 3 hours. If you go to London, and people even died on events, But here in Italy, people still complain,
Yeah.
People still complain. We are not here, we're not growing yet, but people still complain about everything, And it's so sad that people are, they don't really appreciate the fact that we are trying hard, to put the sound out there, People are just not so contented to see that we're even pushing.
So how is it to organize an event and the artist is not showing up?
Yeah, that's sad news. It also depends on your agreement. It also depends on your agreement with the artist as well. And who was there? I think some African artist was supposed to go to Tanzania or something. I think it was Oman. No, Kiss Daniel.
Kiss Daniel. Okay.
Okay, was supposed to like perform in Tanzania. Okay, he arrived there. If I remember the story so well, so he was supposed to perform in Tanzania. So what happened? So when he arrived, and he said he couldn't perform because he left one of his chain.
Only one chain.
Yeah, so he couldn't perform because he left one of his chain. That's what the story was like that, And there was the other side of the story that said he didn't get paid. Okay. Because some artists get paid half money when they arrive. You need to pay them the half, the balance. You need to balance the money that is left. And sometimes the promoters or organizers don't want to pay the half of the money
when the artists
arrive. And that can stop an artist not to perform.
Okay.
And some people want to get paid. Some artists want to get paid fully
before performing.
If you remember what happened.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened in Vicenza.
With Vicenza.
Davido.
That's what they said. I don't know.
That's what I said.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
David never got paid. That's what he said. But I don't want to say things I don't. I don't want to say. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. But to be very honest, to get David to fly to Italy.
That means he got paid.
I don't know. You say so. I don't know, bro. I don't think David want to fly to Italy if the money is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
I don't think David want to fly with his crew to Vicenza if the money is not right there. I don't know how much talk you can talk that can bring David to Italy, that can bring David to Vicenza without money being guaranteed already. So you can get fucked up in different ways with artists. I know when Rema came, I don't want to really talk about what happened. There was some misconceptions about the hotel, just a little thing,
Okay.
And he got a little bit cranky, and things like that, could jeopardize your event. Artists can get angry and be like, okay, I refund back your money. He take the next flight, and he just go out. He travel out, and your flyers have been out there. People know that this event is gonna take place, and people buy tickets. Buys all your tickets and everything. At the end of the day, they all get fucked over. And that's gonna be on you. Yeah. You have to do the explanation to the people about what happened. So you need to prevent these things from happening. And that's why when you have an artist, you need to give out all the requirements, and of course before you sign the contract, read through the contract to make sure that you are able to apply with what they're asking for.
Okay.
Because it's very important, because with the last inventor did, it was a lot of things like that was applied to that contract that I think other people who wanted to bring Rema to Italy before me actually saw these things. I know somebody from, I know a DJ from your side sent me the contract paper before that he wanted to bring Rema to Italy. And I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, all these things are involved, So, but it also depends on your link.
Okay.
Your connections matters a lot, because in Nigeria, it's a lot of things going on with Afrobeat and artists and connection, and because you can go to Nigeria today and ask them that, and you can go to Nigeria today and ask them, okay, listen, I want artists for 5 countries in Europe. They will give you a prize for an artist tour in Europe for 5 countries. Example, they will give you let's say 100,000 euros. Okay. 100,000 euros for 5 countries. Example, just like that. But somebody else might go there, the same place you went to, he will get a contract for 50,000 euros.
Yeah, that means you get links.
Links matters a lot.
Okay.
And and when you get fucked up on your event, event going wrong and all that, it also depends on how you handle your artist and what was the deal. You know, make sure you read through to make sure you can apply for all the ask for all the requests. Because if you can fulfill all the requests, an artist can arrive and fly out again. It's possible.
That's gonna be mad.
It's gonna be mad, you know. And yeah, it's always important, like, you know who you're dealing with, and you know who is your plug. If your plug is real, he has been on this game for a long time, okay, it's probably high chance you won't get fucked over. But if you're new, and like I've seen a lot of new people now shaking to make artists, shaking to make events, you know, I sit down here and laugh because a lot of people have been fucked over in different ways, you know. But it's okay. It's the process of learning. They need to learn, you know, because if you don't get fucked over, you don't learn, you know. Yeah.
But one of the reasons why I think Afrobeat in Italy is not moving on is because they say that the promoters and event organizers are not paying. You might call the artist and you will not pay the artist fully.
These questions. Okay. You know, when David wrote on Instagram that he didn't get paid by Havoc City, I think in 5 minutes that thing went worldwide.
Yeah.
You know, and that was crazy. Artists being paid. Now, if it happens that an artist didn't get paid, of course he won't perform. Like I said before, I don't think somebody want to, like, you know, make an event, you know, get other people's money. I don't want to pay an artist. You know, I think these things are written from the contract already. That okay, an artist is coming. This is the price. Okay, because when I did my show, you know, with Rema and Essence, let's say we had the whole money ready even before.
Okay.
Before selling tickets and all that, so we had all the money ready. And it also depends which of the people are making this event. If you're making an event and you're thinking, I will balance up when I get paid, when I get money from the event, no, it's already a wrong move already. I would advise, before you make any event, make sure you have the full money complete
to pay everybody.
Make sure you have your money complete before you make an event, because if you don't have the money complete, you already you started by failing already.
That's me. You waiting to gain from the event before paying.
Before paying, and that shit never works. I know a lot of people who wants to pay the artist from the money they make from the event right away. No. Never do that. Because maybe that means you're going to be telling the artist to wait. Let's make some calculation. Artist is not a DJ.
Okay.
You can tell your DJ to wait 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so we can make some calculation, then you get paid. But you don't tell an artist to wait. So my advice is that if you're going to make any events, like, you know, that has to do with artists, my advice is to have the whole money complete.
Okay.
So you don't tell the artist, oh wait, no, they never do that. Have the money complete and just to pay him, and later on you can do your calculation. If you lose, if you lost, and if you lost your money or whatever it is, or you gain, but still always have your money ready for the artist. And wow. Some artists even want to get that. Even some artists, before they step into the stage, they want to get paid fully. And that's why some people get fucked over, because they don't have the money once the artists arrive.
Okay.
You know, so get your money ready first, 100%. And once the artist arrive, he asks like for the balance, you pay him right away. Then he's on stage. I don't think anyone's gonna get paid and not do his job as an artist. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
you know.
true.
I think most people who get fucked over are the people who want to pay an artist through the money they are making from the same event, and that shit never works. It never works, you know.
But talking about Afrobeat, even the artists in Italy, Afrobeat artists,
okay,
talking about not supporting themselves. Maybe if I see your music or I hear your music, I'll just Passovers.
How many Afrobeat artists do you know in Italy?
I know a lot of Afrobeat. I know some.
What do you mean? You know, like an hobby is different than doing something professionally. You know, do you know people who are doing like who want to be an artist like for real, or you know people who are doing it for fun, who are doing it because of just for like an hobby, or just who are doing it part time?
I know people who are doing like
for real.
Yeah.
Afrobeat artists for real.
Yeah, I know some like Two Tigers.
Yeah, I know them, my friends. Yeah.
I know Shadow Boy, who is in Palermo.
Okay.
Ghanaian artist. I know some talking about Afrobeat in Italy.
Yeah.
Afrobeat, I think we have Tommy Kuti.
Okay.
Yeah, and now I don't remember. I know some people who are doing it for real.
I mean, Tommy is my friend. I mean,
yeah.
Tommy just started making Afrobeat. I mean, he was making hip hop and trap. You know, I'm happy to have him, like, you know, coming down to the Afrobeat vibe. You know, and Tommy's a good friend of mine. We made a song together as well, of course. You know, and I also see the fact that, you know, he's coming out toward Afrobeat session. You know, to bring out the vibe as well, because he has been doing trap and hip hop all this while. You know, so he's coming to Afrobeat right now. It's a good thing, you know, and hopefully with these things, with his influence, with his own influence, we can also be able to push further Afrobeat a little bit more. And talking about Afrobeat supporting each other and sharing each other's songs on different platforms. We're Africans. Like I said before here, you know, it's too much jealousy for nothing.
Okay.
Too much jealousy for nothing. People don't share other people's songs, but you know something? They share other people's songs that doesn't even know them, who they are.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I was throwing on Instagram. I was throwing up. I saw somebody that I don't know if it was an advert. I saw something. The guy was saying, try and open a business. I think he said, I don't know how he said it. He said something about try and open a business. Your customer will become your best friend, then your best friend will become customer.
Okay.
So you see that. And that's real. But everyone shares people they don't even know, artists that don't even give a fuck about them. They share their songs, you know, listen to their songs and put it on their stories and all that. But for the people who they know, that's an artist, they would never share their songs.
But they're always talking about supporting your own.
You know, but if it happens that if I make one song tomorrow and I blow up, they will share my song, but then I don't know them no more. You know, so people support people who are already on the spotlight.
Okay, only when you become famous.
You know,
yeah.
Because that's why the hustle is always only for you. And then, you know, like I say, that's why I say, don't feel pity somebody don't share your song, and don't feel bad people don't share your songs, because, you know, it's not they don't have to. I mean, they don't really have to. You know, it's not something it's not compulsory. They need to share your song. You know, I don't think, you know. In fact, for me, this is what I think. If people who knows me share my song, did you know how I say it? I say it as if I'm still on the same sport. I don't see it as if I'm moving. I don't see that as if I'm moving forward.
Okay.
When people who doesn't know me start to share my songs, it means I'm moving forward.
That's where you see that you're growing.
You're growing.
Okay.
But when people who you still know that, okay, this person shares my song, it means you're still on the same fucking zone. It means your music still lack promotion. So people don't share my song. People don't, like, you know, comment on my stuff and all that. I don't really care. Like, I just don't care, if you know. But I see who commented. I see who shared. I appreciate the people who share, and I say thank you to who share, who comments, you know, who does all these things. Of course, I do appreciate these people who shares and comment on my stuff. You know, I do appreciate them. But still, for those who doesn't do it, I'm not mad. I'm not angry or something. But I just think when the time comes, they will do it by themselves.
Nice one.
You know.
Okay, bro. Before we end the interview, tell us something about for an artist to come out. No, not only in Italy. Let's say in general.
In general.
Yeah. How is it?
Listen, I will say this. You have money, then you have grace. Like, there's a lot of famous people.
Okay.
In Africa, they are famous not with music, in something different. And then you have a lot of rich people. You living in Europe doesn't guarantee that if you go back to Africa and make music, you're gonna be famous. It doesn't guarantee that. And it doesn't guarantee how much money you have, because there's a lot of rich people in Africa. Rich kids that are putting a lot of money into music, but you don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
So with my experience in music right now, I think it's all about grace. It's not about how much money you spend.
Okay.
I don't know if you know an artist called Portable.
Yeah, Portable. Yeah.
Okay.
Came to Italy last.
Yeah, last time he came to Italy. Yeah. So if Portable can be famous,
okay. Continue.
if Portable can be famous in everywhere.
Okay.
So think about it. It's not about how much money. It's not really about even how much money you spend on promotion. It's not really about how much money you spend. You give blogs, how much money you give into blog, post my song, play my song. It doesn't really matter. I think with my experience up to now, I think it's all about grace. I think grace is above everything, above your money, above If God said it's your time, and nothing. I know they used to say something in Nigeria. They said, when God blow your whistle, it doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter if you tie tall well. It doesn't matter if you're naked. You must play in the match. You must be on the field playing.
Yeah. That's true.
So when it's your time to shine, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're gonna shine anyway.
Wow.
So it's not really about how much money you're spending on promo, how much money you're giving some blogger to put out your song right there. You can spend you can spend like thousands of euros, and nobody will still know about you. And that somebody will come out like spending 200 euros is everywhere. So it doesn't really matter how much money you're spending, and it just the matter of time and how God writes your story. So that's it.
Okay, bro. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I hope to hear from you soon.
Bro, your last words.
My last words. My last words. To who exactly?
To anyone, everybody.
To everyone. Because I'm always about I'm all about music and Afrobeat. So I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
For those who are doing this thing for real, for those who are pushing this Afrobeat thing in Italy for real, and I encourage them to never stop. For those who are doing it for real, doing it for the culture,
okay.
I will encourage them not to ever stop, because from how far we started, from where we are now, it's already a green light. But for those who are doing it for real,
not for the fake.
Not for the fake. If you know, you know. I always say to people, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And yeah, and also for the DJs as well. No disrespect, for the DJs as well. I know there's some DJs who are doing it, like playing the music for real. I did make an event at Biblo last week. I called a DJ Savage.
Yeah.
And to come over to play. Normally we ask for more money. But I just like, bro, it's my event. I gave him something. He came and said, okay, City, because of you, I'm taking this. I said, okay, I understand it. But these are people who are doing it for real. People who put their price on that platform like this is my prize, and if my those are the people who are doing it for the business.
Okay.
People who are doing it for real, if you talk to them like yo, this they come anyway because they are here to support the culture. So I want to say thanks to everyone out there who is doing this shit for real, who is supporting the movement for real.
So that's all.
Afrobeat movement in Italy just got started.
Afrobeat Italy to the world. Okay.
Cheers, peace and love, my people.
You know, the name is still TonyVibes. T for Tony, V for Vibes.
Vibe for you all.